everybody. My name is Puptine from the Geeky Pup Show here on the Geeky Pup Show today. For what? For Spider-Man!
Yes!
But before we get into this fantastic issue
Shouldn't
125,
it be an
let's
amazing
meet...
issue?
Yeah.
Before we get into this spectacular issue, let's meet our cast and crew. To my side, he's small and green, and now he's web swinging. He's Froggy. What the fuck is that? Sorry.
We've been asking ourselves that every single stream.
I am your imaginary friend.
You mean imaginary and friend, don't you?
I'll be there forever with you. I'll watch you die.
What is this obsession with death you have?
I've seen your birthday. Now I want to see your death day. It's like watching the end of a movie. I gotta know how it ends.
It's Joe Biden sneaking in your house. Thanks, Rhaegar, for that image.
He doesn't have to sneak in. He just walks in.
In the closet with you?
He wanders in and then forgets why he's there.
I hope it doesn't get hot in that closet tonight, Puppy Team.
I'm already sweating. But yes, hello. What is that thing? It is the trustiest of all sidekicks, Trusty Sidekick.
Greetings, true believers.
And finally, wishing he was playing every woman in the world for us, it's Eric Breen.
I guess I'll mail my intro in just like the guy next to me. Hey, sup?
Let's get into this book.
Okay.
Sure, why not?
The Amazing Spider-Man!
We're doing the ASMR Spider-Man tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do I read
Amazing
first?
Spider-Man.
All right. No. I won't let you die. Not like when. Not like when.
Spider-Man, stay back! You can't save me!
The man-wolf strikes again.
Part 2 of a 2-part story.
Oh, wait, I'm turning the book this time.
Yeah, you son of a...
He's going on strike. It's not been a good week for our web-slinging hero. 2 deaths haunt him. One of the woman he loved, the other of his best friend's father, whom he also loved. And if that weren't enough for one hung-up college student...
I'm something of a lover myself.
Hour 2, Trusty. We're going for hour 2 tonight.
We'll go. For the second time this evening, he's about to be attacked by a rampaging man-wolf.
My spider sense is acting up, tingling, warning me of danger. Gotta roll to my feet.
Wolfhunt.
Hey, Trusty, who's this written by?
Your mother.
It was written by Gerry Conway, who wrote everything in those days.
Ah, and who was the artist?
The artist of Superman versus Spider-Man, Ross Andru.
Who are the anchors, Trusty?
Jazzy John Romita and T. Mortellaro.
How about that letterer?
That would be Artie Simek.
Okay, I know it's kind of taboo, but Zach isn't here. We should be okay. Well, who's the colorist?
Dave Hunt.
And the
not related to Mike Hunt.
Or what? Excuse me?
Paging Mike.
What about Ethan?
He's not here.
It was edited by Rascally Roy Thomas.
Thanks.
I also want to point out that John Romita Sr. For those of you who like Junior.
That's right.
Now! You ready, kids? Who's aware of above the sea?
Spider-Man.
You! The Joker! who attacked Jonah Jameson, asterisk.
Last
Mr.
issue.
J's.
What the? Hey! Are you doing here? I'm Canadian. Hey!
Arr.
Look out! You're pushing us over the edge. We're going to fall. And Peter, if it has an echo, get it checked out. Man, you really are crazy. Wait, Jonah jumped on me for fighting you a while ago. I thought this werewolf bit was some sort of stunt. Something Jameson worked up to trap me in his apartment. Ugh. So he could blast me. Ugh. In that crummy newspaper of his.
Hey!
But even Triple J couldn't pay a man to go this far.
Really? I made the scorpion.
Not the
Arr.
not the point of suicide.
Arr.
I guess you're for real, Bunky. Which doesn't quite explain why you want to attack me. What's the matter? Don't like the company? Well, too bad. Just when things were getting closey. Don't fret, though, pal. Whee!
Arr.
I'll be back soon. Real soon.
MOUSC.
See you real soon, huh?
Professor Xavier?
I'm everywhere. I own you.
Dear God. What's the use?
Yeah.
My heart's
That's
just
the
not in
most poignant thing you've ever said.
my heart's just not in the snappy patter. Not when that creepy pedophiles watching me. Peter Fa, I said. It doesn't seem to be in anything anymore. Not even the idea of idea. Take two.
The Idia?
IKEA. It doesn't seem to be anything anymore. Not even the idea of a good, clean fight. It's Gwendy, of course. I can't get her out of my mind. I just don't want to. I couldn't care less about this clown. Whack. I couldn't care less why he wanted to kill Jonah or why he tried to kill me. Nothing matters now that Gwendy's dead.
The whack that smiles back, werewolf.
Not even. It seems my own survival.
Arr.
But then, as our morose hero chances to glance down at his struggling assailant,
Wait a minute. That pendant. I've seen it before. But I'm blasted if I can remember where. Huh? Wolf?
Arr.
Oops. I blew it. I lost my attention and my grip. And the next on the list is my life. The longer this reading goes on, the longer he sweats in that box.
yet before the fatal lunge, which will probably end our wall crawler's painful introspection, a new element is added to the picture.
Hey, look! The moon! It's setting! And if I know my legends, that means you're due for a transformation. Let's see who intimidates whom then, buddy boy. Just as I thought, as soon as you realize what's going to happen when the moon goes down, you split. Sorry, pal. You're not getting off that easy.
No consent.
Suddenly, you've caught my interest. with that pendant thing, and there's no way I'm letting you slip out of my hands until... Clang. Oh, looks like I forgot about that scratch you gave me a couple hours ago on Jameson's pad. Didn't think it was all that bad.
It was months ago.
It was 7 months ago, right? Probably, or 11. I don't remember. But I guess I was wrong. After all. Why do you do these things to yourself, Parker? Why? Why? Why?
Though he isn't aware of it, and would deny it if told, our hero has just triumphed over his inner turmoil. Slowly but surely, he's regaining a portion of the enthusiasm he once thrived on, the interest in exploring the mysterious and unknown, an interest he lost when Gwen died at the hands of the villain called the Green Goblin. Return and the Penguin. Returning now to his apartment, he's already considering this new mystery, as well as returning his attention to an old one.
Harry's gone. It's been a week now. Might as well pee.
Who's gone?
Harry.
Who?
Osborne.
Thank you.
Oh,
It has been a while.
If he hadn't shown up for a moment yesterday, I'd begin to think something had happened to him. Aside from having his father die. I can't really blame him for dropping out of his sight. It's what I would like to do. And it's what I would do if I hadn't already followed up my school record so badly. It'll take months to straighten things out. Hey, that's a pretty bad cut. Took my nipples off clean.
Damn.
Look, I haven't passed out from blood loss. That's all I need. On top of everything else, I'm going to be anemic. Or anemic.
I've heard it both ways.
Come on, Parker, snap out of it. You gotta think, Mr. Hotshot, student and boy photographer, where have you seen that pendant before? Could mean the answer to some heavy questions, bro. Like, who is the Hulk? Why? And why is the Man Wolf? Or is it Wolf Man? Why did he attack Jay, Jonah, Jackass Jameson? 4 J's?
it's 4 J's. I'll give it to you. You son of a bitch!
But where's 4K?
Hey, where the fuck is 4K?
And most important of all, why would old Loudmouth, good old lovable tight one, Loudmouth, want to protect the monster that tried to kill him?
While our wearied hero takes some much-needed rest, let's look in on the other members of our cast a few hours later, in a coffee shop near the campus, as Mary Jane Watson has an unorthodox breakfast with an old friend.
Hey, pretty lady, what's wrong? You're looking pretty down. Come on, give us a smile. A grin for old Flash Thompson.
Oh, like, how's this, bro?
I thought Ron was not here.
Well,
Oh,
how's
that's right,
this?
I forgot.
How's this, Flash? Bright enough for you? Sorry if I haven't been my usual bouncy self. I guess I've been brooding about Petey again and taking pictures for Insomniac Spider-Man.
Yes.
Yes!
It's a habit I'm going to have to break.
Don't worry, Zeb will make you.
Don't look, Zach.
And how, MJ? The past couple of days, you've been as much of a bummer as Parker. Sure, he's had it rough, but even before all this happened, he's about as much fun as a submarine with open windows, brah.
Yo, like, speaking of fun, cool cats, look who just dropped it, and that's my only goddamn line in this book. Shit.
Harry?
Who?
Where have you been, Tiger?
No,
Who?
shit.
The gang's been looking. Oh, sorry. Harry Osborn? Where have you been, Tiger? The gang's been looking. Harry Osborn?
Phew! What's with this troop? Is there some sort of epidemic going around?
Stop it, Flash. You know he's down with his third round of COVID.
Go, Flash, you be whack. Leave the boy alone.
You know both Petey and Harry Osborn have been going through a lot the past week or so. Give him a break, will you?
Sure, brah. Just as soon as they give us a break,
Well,
brah.
judging from those fingers, I know why Pixel's playing MJ.
Grief only goes so far, kid. Then it gets to be self-pity.
Actually, it's
Yeah.
because I want him to be my bitch.
Don't listen to him, Harry Osborn. They don't understand what you're going through.
And you do, Mary Jane Watson? Fat chance. I, Harry Osborn, don't need your false sympathy. Go shovel it on puny Parker. After all, he's the guy you've been seeing lately. I'm only the guy you're supposed to be going with, remember?
Harry Osborn,
Mary Jane?
Stuff it, bitch. Just get out of my sight before I, Harry Osborn, do something we, Harry Osborn and Mary Jane Watson, both regret.
Don't, Harry Osborn. Don't, please don't.
Move it, move it, move it.
Say, MJ, what?
Yo, I'll get a second line. Far out, bro. Yeah, well, we better.
Zach is crying right
It's
now.
affirmative action.
Yo, maybe we better butt off, Flash. Silence the old dig?
Elsewhere this same morning, on a shady block of residential brownstones overlooking the Hudson River.
This is it! My son's apartment.
I knew it was so shady.
Do I dare go upstairs? It could mean the end of everything that I, J. Jonah Jameson,
Yes.
have
Yes.
ever worked and hoped for. The beginning of a nightmare. But then, I don't have much choice, do I?
Come on, luck, yes.
I didn't make the name J. Jonah Jameson a household word in this New York City.
New
York
City!
By ignoring facts, even unpleasant ones. All I can do is pray that I'm wrong. For my son, John You know what? John Jonah Jameson's sake. And heaven help me for my own. I'm J. Jonah Jameson, by the way. Look! The door! It's ajar!
I thought it was a door.
I was confused too. There's someone lying on the couch. John! Son, are you in there? Blast it, boy! Answer me! Oh, dear Lord. That costume! I'd recognize it anywhere. It's true then. My son is a man-wolf.
That's a great book.
Or a
Dun,
lesbian.
dun, dun.
John, wake up! I know, I'm using my quiet voice, that's the problem. This is your father talking to you! I demand an explanation, do you hear me? I want to know the meaning of this at once, you gray-haired bastard!
Dad! Is that you?
Yes.
I thought it was Froggy, but sure! It makes more sense with your hair gray. Of course it's me, John! And I'm alone! You think I'd involve someone else in this disaster of yours? Now, will you tell me what happened to you? What sort of insanity?
I, John Jameson, wish I, John Jameson, were insane, Dad. And I used to be played by somebody else. It'd be easier to accept than this.
I figured you wanted something to do.
Actually, I've been John once also, so it's...
Yes.
For a moment, J. Jonah Jameson stares at the man he calls his son. And when he speaks again, his voice is softer, and some of the defensive anger
Somehow
has
I
left
doubt
his
that.
stance.
Ed, you're true. It is true.
One second, I need a drink.
Palpatine's female voice is so effortless.
Tell me, John! Please! Please! I just want to help!
Trust you, you're much whiter than normal.
If only you could. There's nothing you or anyone can do. Now that my hair's gray, they figured it should be voiced by someone older. This is my nightmare. I, John Jameson, got to get out of it myself. Just as I, John Jameson, got into it. The
I
whiskey
know who
business.
you are!
Actually, it's because
I
I did all the narration last issue.
All by myself.
What
Don't
time is
wanna
it?
Live all by myself. Oh, man. It started 6 months ago at Cape Kennedy or Canaveral. I've heard it both ways. With a takeoff of a special unscheduled moon flight. One that received no publicity because officially no flight occurred. I, John Jameson, can't tell you the reason for our mission. It wasn't his top secret, but in every way it was the same as the previous public moon flights. Held in an Arizona studio. They're fake, Dad!
I knew it!
Print that in your paper, you son of a bitch!
Don't insult your grandmother like that!
In every way, that is. But one. I, John Jameson, found something on the moon's surface. Looks like a golf club. A rock. A wrecking machine rock. The strangest rock I'd ever seen. Right then, I was determined that it would be mine.
Hey, you can't hide. You can't have the people's strudel tea all by yourself. It's the people's. Next, just click the next page. Eat that honeydew.
I offered to take it to the Casbah. I told it we would make beautiful music together. And right then, I, John Jameson, sealed my doom. Oom, oom, oom.
I approve!
Back on Earth, I had a friend who worked in the quarantine center. With a little coaxing, I got him to borrow the moon rock for me.
Where's your hands?
I didn't think, what is that, a Kurt Connors joke? I didn't think one more rock would matter. There were already so many ore samples, each one pretty much the same as another.
That's a Zach joke.
Poor Zach.
Racism isn't a joke, Froggy.
It's an adventure.
Are we finished impugning the character of Zach Richmond?
Oh, God, I wish we were finished.
I'm sure I'll feel the same way in about
10
20
years
minutes.
later, we'll do the readings, so I'll still talk to him on the phone and he'll do the same jokes.
I had my rock made into a pendant, and I took to wearing it around my neck. Didn't think much about it at first. The chick seemed to dig it, though. Until
It's
one night.
quite groovy, son!
Slow down, Dad. You're going too fast.
You're the one driving.
Don't rock
You
the
gotta
boat.
make the morning last.
Do. Feeling groovy. Oh, until one night, I was taking the turnpike up to New York City.
New York City.
For a late dinner date with my fiancée, Christine. Something happened to me. Something inexplicable.
I feel like you're going to try to explain it, though.
Which would make it very explicable. Something I
see you got
still
some
don't-
splicking to do.
Wah.
3, 2, 1.
Happy New Year!
Dear God, I knew this reading was going long, but something I, John Jameson, still don't quite believe. Even after
2026.
all that's happened to me since. I have gained a newfound respect for Pixel. That's funny. Suddenly, I, John Jameson, feel tired, exhausted. Mustn't be getting enough sleep. Either that, or it's this blasted monologuing.
It does get quite tiresome on the throat.
It wasn't the night driving. It was the moon. Through an opening in the clouds, it poked its silver face. The sudden light touched me. I didn't give consent. I glanced up, and it was then that it began.
Eat nachos. Eat nachos.
The pendant, glowing. Something about the moon.
Oh, moon. Eat nachos on the moon. Moon's over my hammy. Nachos.
Lord in heaven, what's happening to me?
Goes the trucker.
I lost control of the car, swerved from the road.
There were no deliveries at Publix that day.
He's on highway to heaven.
Where shopping is a pleasure.
Fuck you.
Sorry, Dad. And crashed.
Eric Breen. I mean Grump.
That's a
Preach.
crump. What's the matter with you? You crazy? You almost got us killed. Hey, I said you almost made me late for my Publix delivery.
Arr.
And got us killed. Oh, boy.
If you notice in the back, if you go back look at his truck, it actually said Ace on there. He was going to Ace Chemicals.
Ace is a place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Mary?
Wow,
That's how it started. Somehow, that driver escaped.
I did?
I don't understand it either. I thought I killed you. I wandered into that Pennsylvanian hills. And when I woke the next morning, I found myself half naked in a rain-filled culvert. Every month since then, I've been transformed. And to date, none of my efforts to stop that transformation has succeeded. This is killing me.
Wait, this
Not even
happens.
the radiation suit I, John Jameson, had made to cut out the lunar rays. The first time I wore it, last night, the suit came apart. We were no longer a code-approved comic.
Do you want me to take over?
No! Just like my chances to see this madness through alive.
I just gotta say this only happens to you once a month. I'm questioning things.
Don't talk like that, son! It's obvious you haven't thought this out at all. Why not just take off the pendant, you dumbass?
From you, Dad! I learned from watching you! Dad, try not to treat me with the contempt you save for your employees.
You mean
They
France?
all hate you. Look, I've yelled so much my hair isn't gray anymore. I, John Jameson, have tried to remove the stone, but it's too late. It's grafted itself to my skin. Permanently.
Seven hours. That's how long this monologue has gone on. It's also how long Peter Parker slept since falling exhausted to his bed.
I wish I could sleep 7 hours.
7 hours. And now it's the middle afternoon of a new day.
It's a new day.
A
Yes,
new
it is.
dawn. A new
A
day.
new life.
Are you feeling good?
No.
I'm gonna have to take it slow today. We gotta get this reading to an hour at least. The cut on my chest is still a little sore. I put some Neosporin on it. It should be fine. And I'm not too certain about the bandage though. I made it last night. But I can't worry about it now. Though, since I'm finally functioning like myself again, ha-cha-cha, and I want to make the most of it as long as it lasts, because I'm getting old, you know, I gotta make it worthwhile. Which means getting in touch with a friend of mine at the Daily Club.
The where? Say it again, boy.
Joe fucking Robertson. Boy editor. Wow, he looks old for being a boy. Yo, how's it going, Robbie? Still putting up with Jameson?
You son of a bitch.
Oh, buddy, there's a favor I'd like to ask about a certain pendant.
Spider-Man,
Yes.
did you just call me boy, you crack ass? You fool. You gonna get yourself killed being here.
Say, is that any way to greet a pal? If I didn't know any better, I'd swear Jameson's gone to you. Uh-oh.
There he is, officers! Fire!
Jonah, no!
No,
Terrific.
I want you to shoot Spider-Man!
Yes.
You're aiming the wrong way!
Terrific. Just to make my life complete. It's tear gas.
Or tear gas? He's heard it both ways.
Okay, gang, I can take a hint. You don't want me, you don't get me. Crash. Oh boy. Got more of that gas than I thought. Can't get my balance. Eyes watering. Senses spinning. Must still be pretty weak from that cut. Too much. Coming down soon. Can't handle it. Falling. Oh.
Lying stunned in an alley far below, our hero misses a bit of dialogue he might have found illuminating. We, however, are somewhat more fortunate.
Why, Jonah? Why'd you do it? Bringing those policemen here waiting for him to show up. The fuck were you thinking?
I did it because I had to, Robertson! He's a menace! Sorry, 1 second. Just need to prepare myself. A callous, low-lying, hubcap stealing, cake eating, race baiting, web swinging, wall crawling, skyscraper defacing murderer!
But does he have a name, Jonah?
Spider-Man!
Yes.
Yes.
Jonah, you know there's no proof that web-slinging, cake-eating, race-baiting, skyscraper defacing, hubcap-stealing, anything else I didn't think of, Spider-Man
Stuff I just came up with.
Yes.
killed Norman Osborn. Wouldn't be right to let him live after he killed Norman. He was our friend.
Well, then how about this, Robertson? I hate him because he's a glory hound. Or a whore. Glory whore. And because while he's stealing headlines, good men are suffered without a word, without anyone caring whether they live or die.
Wait, there's Eric Breen on the reading.
Good thing you didn't say it's a glory hole. That would be weird.
I almost did.
And if you believe that,
Whoa.
you may not care about another scene an hour later when Mary Jane Watson opens her door to discover
Petey.
Hi, MJ. Mind if I come in? I'd like to talk to you about switching to Geico.
What happened to you, Tiger? Somebody run you over with a Mack truck?
Feels that way.
And you came here to get over it, right? You take a lot for granted, Bright Eyes.
Can I get a cup of coffee? Mary Jane? Look, I'm sorry, but a cup of coffee would be nice.
You're sorry? Wow. Thanks a lot, Mr. Parker. Man, you are unreal. Every time I see you, you're bummed out. What do you think this is, handsome? A daycare center? Listen, you want to take me dancing? That's just fine. But if you think hey, you're really out of it, aren't you?
I really thought this was a daycare center.
Ed was right. It is effortless.
But in the instant before Mary Jane can relax her guard, the memory of the morning's incident comes surging back.
And
with it-
Osborn.
And with it, her later decision not to get involved.
Out, Tiger. Call me when you're more cheery or cheer-whiny. Till then, chill it. Dig?
Sure, MJ, I dig. And Mountain Dew's better than your nasty cheer wine.
I wish I had more Baja Blast!
See you around sometime.
Maybe in
But-
summer. Baja's back.
Hey, look, another blonde.
4 hours, the time elapsed since our hero's meeting with Miss Watson. Now we turn to another approaching confrontation between John Jameson and his demure fiancée, Christine Saunders.
No.
Demure. I'm wearing a skin-tight miniskirt and
No.
heels, and you say demure?
That's not you.
That's Christine.
It's Trusty.
No, he's going to do it. He's going to do it.
I was Christine before. No, that's right, Trusty. It's all you. That's right. I want to hear this.
Okay, fine. It's not like John to ignore a date. I hope he isn't sick. He has been acting oddly these past few weeks. That's funny. There's no answer. And I could hear the bell ringing upstairs. And if that isn't John up in the window, I need glasses. He wants to pretend I'm not here. All right, I'm not here. And upstairs,
Now it's your turn, Dad. Better leave. Something changes in me when I become the thing. I mean that thing, not the thing.
I thought it was clobbering time.
You mean that thing you do?
It's gonna be lozenges time soon. I want to hurt the people I love. Like Christine and like you.
Now, son!
You're right, Dad. I don't love you. Never did.
If you're trying to tell me the reason you attacked me was to kill me, that's utter nonsense! You wanted my help, don't you see, John? You came to me for help, and you couldn't stop yourself, your animal self, your furry self, from...
With a lunge, the man wolf reaches the skylight glittering overhead.
TV.
A pause. An instant of scrabbling. The skylight lifts, and the man wolf is free.
I've gotta be free.
Then, as the lupine figure swings over the roof edge and drops to the alley below, he lands in the midst of a pathetic tableau, unfortunately not unfamiliar to the streets of New York City.
New York City! And now,
Speedy?
back to our regularly scheduled.
Yeah!
Yeah.
A tableau which is shattered by a snarl and a scream.
And a fall. Ah!
But before the man wolf can complete his attack in the manner of the beast he's become, a sudden sound startles him, and he turns to see who cut the cheese. Christine!
No. Oh no, it wasn't me.
Demure, huh?
Frantically. Frantically, Christine Saunders tries to pull her car away from the curb. Her gears shriek in protest. The engines stall.
Just like Breen on this reading. 15 more minutes.
Speed buggy, let's go.
And she stares in voiceless horror as the man wolf leaps. Okay, time for a snappy scene change. Only this was going to be a bit tricky. 10 minutes ago, 8 blocks downtown, framed in a circle of moonlight, Spider-Man.
Yes.
Yes.
No!
Yes, I, Peter Parker, the spectacular, amazing, ultimate Spider-Man.
Ew.
Yes.
Had it coming from MJ. I, Peter Parker, spectacular, amazing, ultimate, and fantastic Spider-Man.
Not fantastic. Sensational. Avenging.
That's right, the Fantastic Four wouldn't have your ass.
I am in a what if, you son of a bitch.
Radiant, humble.
What have you been lately?
Interrupted. And grim lately.
Crunchy.
But what am I supposed to be? Happy? Huh. Glad that I've seen that girl I love die? That I'm now single? Wow. Things are looking up. Maybe I have been self-centered. But so what? Haven't I got a right to feel myself? I mean, feel sorry for myself?
Get a grip on yourself?
My life hasn't been exactly frolic-filled. From the guy who I'll not mention, down to the curly clowns and Valwolf costumes. I've been put down, beat up, cursed, knocked down, got up, back up again. Hey, wait a minute. What do we got over here?
A cup of haters?
My subconscious must have been working overtime because it just put 2 and 2 together and came up with 4.
Should try that with Common Core.
Racist.
That costume the man wolf was wearing, it wasn't fabric. It was some sort of insulation material, the kind used on spacesuits for astronauts. Wow, if only the Fantastic Four had been wearing those. It just hit me. Who I know that has an astronaut son and who was attacked by a werewolf in astronaut clothing.
Come on.
I just can't say it.
You evil, evil, evil. Little
Jonah, James. Oh, I can't. It's just too much.
I bring myself to say your lousy name every 5 minutes.
That's because you love me.
A quick glance in the Manhattan telephone directory tells our hero what he needs to know. And so,
I go rob his house. Bingo! It's the Man Wolf.
Plaque. That smiles back. Man wolf.
13 minutes. And it seems I'm right on time. Hey, excuse me, there was a line that was not read. Now go back. Mr. Breen did not read his line. Oops. Got you mad, didn't I? Peter Parker, amazing Spider-Man. The one and only. Kind of spectacular and sensational. Right? Well, ultimately, it doesn't really matter, does it? Because I'm about to try out a theory I've worked up. Some would say it might be an Austin theory.
I would respond in some Austin Theory kind of way, but he has no personality that I've noticed yet.
If it turns out I'm wrong, my chances for getting out of the scene with my skin on are pretty slim anyway. I mean, I guess I'll take up this. Gonna be more dangerous than letting that blonde drive over there. Oh, but here goes nothing, Chuckles. It's my guess that pendant is what's making you a werewolf. And once my webbing cuts off the lunar rays, it should. Uh-oh. So much for that idea. But and for all the ladies in the chat, it's time for Plan B. Bonk.
no.
Mainly when in doubt, whip it out. Punch it out. Sloppy, but effective.
Well, you shouldn't have whipped it out.
See what I mean?
Crack. Cocaine.
Nope, I guess you don't. See, do you? Really?
Spider-Man, don't let him get near me.
Yeah, I would have had no chance.
Go ahead, lady. Scream. That's really helping. Why don't you call a cop or something, you dumb blonde?
Now let's hear what would have happened had I kept the role.
Wow. I'm surprised that nobody made a comment about not seeing in that last comment made. But apparently Alicia had left the building.
No, she fell from the building.
I stepped out in front of Christine's car and was run over. I am now dead.
Are we done? Can I move?
Yeah, yes, you can.
Or do I have to do this all by myself?
Slack. You're
Oh.
gonna be.
Okay, Buster Bunny. That does it. The kid gloves are off. We're swearing left and right in this reading. And so that pendant, mister, even if I have to, I will choke a bitch. I mean, tear it off. Kangaroo kick.
Ow!
Werewolves of London.
Dear Lord.
saw Lon Chaney walking.
I didn't realize the pendant had grafted itself onto his skin. He's now dying from bleeding out.
Spider-Man, what's happening to him? He's changing. Before two sets of staring eyes, the transformation begins. And as it progresses, one set of eyes becomes blank with horror when the identity of the monster becomes apparent.
She's pregnant?
All too painfully apparent.
John! Son! Are you all right?
Speaking of a painful parent,
Hey.
He's just fine. Jameson.
About damn time, even though you only gave me 1G!
Now that this thing's off him, jack off. Better get him a doctor, though. He's got a bad case of loving you. Just like you should have done in the first place.
A doctor? But the publicity.
Publix? Mister, your son's
Where
life was
serving is a pleasure. Something like that.
Young Pixel's life was at stake. Not to mention the lives of the people he might have killed.
With kindness.
While
Because
serving.
serving is a pleasure.
Who knows? Maybe he has already killed someone. That Karen at the self-checkout.
She deserved it.
He hasn't.
We're actually just getting self-checkout.
It was luck. Just like it was luck when he didn't kill this lady. I mean, he definitely tried to, and he really was going to kill her.
Johnny, are you okay? Papa J. Jonah Jameson, is he okay?
This is why she is my favorite.
His kids will call him Papa John's. He'll start a pizza chain.
And then get forced out.
He shouldn't have said that word. He should stop hanging out with Zach.
Answer her, you jackass.
Wrong day.
Quit being so jolly.
Better.
Can I finish my lines?
No.
Go back. Tell her everything's real swell. Maybe someday you'll even begin to believe yourself.
Spider-Man!
Yes!
Wait! I...
Save it for the papers. J. Jonah. Jameson.
All 3 J's.
Jack off.
4 J's.
Save it for tomorrow.
Next issue, where stalks the kangaroo?
I told you,
Oi!
kangaroo kick.
You're shaking in your boots, aren't you, folks?
I choked someone out, and I'm gonna do a kangaroo kick, and then a double clothesline.
You know, I simply am going to regret this when I have to go in and say, Deli line 100, please. We want to ask you to please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps out the channel. We had a great time, and we hope you did too, even though my son's life was at risk. But that's pretty much it. That's our show. I'm sorry I'm not extending this out 4 minutes. This isn't
Sorry,
You got to sell papers. Come on.
We ask that if you haven't done so, please check out the videos that will be appearing up here in a couple minutes.
Well,
Those
it won't
watching the
appear
replay.
until they click off and then click on.
Well, I'm talking about on the replay.
On the replay.
Click on, click off the clicker.
Clap on, clap off. This show's over. Thank you and good night. Bye.